Welcome to the Explainer. If you follow the tech space even a little bit, you've definitely heard the endless buzz about Elon Musk, SpaceX, Starlink, the whole shebang. But today, we're actually looking right past the headlines. We're going to uncover what really feels like the true, hidden strategy behind Musk's bet of a lifetime. We are talking about a massive paradigm shift that literally reshapes global infrastructure from the top down. So by the end of this explainer, the way you look at the night sky and, honestly, the entire future of our digital economy, it might just be fundamentally changed. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Who is Starlink actually built for? If you ask around, most folks are going to tell you it's just a neat internet service for, remote cabins or off-grid RVs. And sure, yeah, it definitely does that. But assuming that's the end game, that's kind of like looking at the invention of the microchip and thinking, oh, cool, this is just meant to make calculators a bit lighter, right? The truth goes so much deeper than that.
Section 1. Beyond Human Internet. The Hidden Global Layer.
I want you to think of Starlink like a giant iceberg. The whole rural broadband market, that is strictly the tip poking out above the water. What's actually lying beneath the surface is the construction of an invisible foundational global connectivity layer. See, we're moving way beyond an internet that's just meant for humans reading emails. Instead of those clunky old-school satellites sitting tens of thousands of miles away causing these massive, annoying delays, Starlink uses low Earth orbit, or LEO satellites. Because they're physically so much closer to the planet, the time it takes for a signal to travel just drops dramatically. And when you add in direct-to-cell technology, which effectively turns these satellites into giant cell towers floating in space, suddenly you have ubiquitous global connectivity. You are literally enveloped in this network, anywhere you go.
Moving on to Section 2, beating fiber with lasers, the speed of space.
Now, a ubiquitous network is great, but performance is where this story takes a massive, massive turn. We're talking about completely disrupting traditional ground-based internet infrastructure. For decades, the absolute gold standard has been laying physical fiber optic cables in the dirt. You physically have to dig trenches, cross entire oceans, and deal with high latency over long distances, just because of the way light bounces through glass and routes through countless physical switches on the ground. But space-based tech, it fundamentally rewrites those rules. Starlink's satellite lasers beam data directly through the absolute vacuum of space. And as it turns out, you don't have to secure local city permits to dig up a highway in space. You just shoot a laser.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer physics of it all. It is incredible. Satellite lasers can actually outperform buried fiber over long distances. Why? Well, because light actually travels nearly 50% faster in the vacuum of space than it does dragging through the solid glass of a fiber optic cable. When you're bouncing data from New York to London to Tokyo, shaving just milliseconds off that transmission time is an absolute game changer, especially for things like automated financial systems or massive data transfers. Space, literally the ultimate void, is quickly becoming the fastest highway we have ever built.
Section 3, the Ukraine case study, real-world resilience.
I know, everything we've discussed so far sounds like some amazing science fiction movie, but it has already been subjected to the ultimate high-stakes test in the real world. When traditional infrastructure fails, when cell towers are physically destroyed and fiber cables are cut, Starlink proved its real power. In Ukraine, it enabled vital wartime communications when almost everything else completely went dark. It demonstrated unmatched resilience, mostly because, well, you cannot simply sever a laser beam in low Earth orbit with a pair of wire cutters on the ground. By completely bypassing vulnerable ground infrastructure, it proved to be perhaps the most robust, decentralized communication network ever deployed. This right here, this is a blueprint for the future of critical global infrastructure.
Section 4, connecting a billion machines, the true end users.
So, the crucial point is this massive paradigm shift. If you build the fastest, most resilient network in human history, you don't just use it to help people scroll through social media on their phones, right? You build it for an incoming army of autonomous machines. Projections suggest this network is actively scaling to handle a staggering 1 billion connected devices. 1 billion! But these aren't human beings typing on keyboards. These are machines that require constant, ultra-low latency, uninterrupted data streams just to safely operate in our physical world. The huge data load of the future, it won't be from humans streaming movies. It's going to be from machine telemetry. When we actually look at the makeup of this always online network, the true end users start to emerge. We're looking at millions of autonomous vehicles that need real-time traffic, obstacle, and safety data literally anywhere on Earth.
We're looking at Tesla Optimus robots operating in automated factories, and AI-driven drones managing global agriculture and supply chains. For these machines to function safely and efficiently at scale, dropping a Wi-Fi signal simply is not an option. They require a planetary-scale connectivity layer. They need an omnipresent digital nervous system.
Section 5. The ultimate tech ecosystem, connecting the dots.
And now we arrive at the real aha moment. Let's move to step 1 and see how this all builds together. Zoom out and you realize none of Musk's companies operate in isolation. They form a grand interconnected puzzle. Step 1, SpaceX utilizes reusable rocket tech to launch satellites cheaper and faster than literally anyone else on the planet, creating an insurmountable lead. Step 2, those satellites build the Starlink network, blanketing the Earth in low-latency internet. And step 3, that very network acts as the nervous system allowing Tesla vehicles, Optimus robots, and advanced AI to operate safely and autonomously. It is a brilliant, vertically integrated loop of unprecedented scale. Which leads us to a vital realization. This network is the backbone of a trillion-dollar autonomous economy. Just let the magnitude of that sink in for a second. The true value here isn't just in charging a monthly subscription fee for home internet access. The real value is owning the foundational backbone that allows an entirely new, machine-driven economy to exist at all. Whoever coordinates the autonomous future essentially dictates the architecture of a multi-trillion-dollar technological empire. It's basically a monopoly on the infrastructure of tomorrow. And that leaves us with one final profound question to think about. Are we actually ready for a trillion-dollar economy run by machines, communicating entirely through space? Because I promise you, this isn't some science fiction pitch for 50 years from now. The rockets are launching today, the lasers are firing right now, and the machines are already being built. The paradigm shift is happening right above our heads. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep looking up, keep asking questions, and I'll see you next time as we decode the future.